There's no better feeling than being locked in, because when you're locked in, the world goes quiet, doubt loses its voice, and excuses stop knocking at your door. And the only thing you can hear is the rhythm of your own effort, because this is your time, not tomorrow, not next year, not when conditions are perfect, but now. And if you want it, really want it, then you already know the truth. You don't talk about it, you work for it, you bleed for it, and you earn it. Because wanting means nothing without effort. Effort means nothing without discipline. And discipline is what separates those who dream from those who win. And the question has never been whether it's possible. The question has always been, how bad do you want it? Because if you want it bad enough, you will do the unseen work when nobody is watching. You will show up when motivation is gone. You will stay when comfort begs you to leave. And that is where winners are born. Not in applause, but in silence. Not in comfort, but in pressure. There is only one thing to fear in this life, and it's not pain, it's not failure, it's not struggle, it's the fear of not being worthy of your suffering. Because suffering is not the enemy, weakness is. And how you show up inside your suffering defines who you become. You can complain, you can play the victim, you can ask why me, or you can ask who must I become to overcome this. Because meaning is not found in avoiding hardship, it's found in standing tall inside it, owning it, carrying it, and transforming it into strength. And when everyone doubts you, when the noise gets loud, when the pressure is heavy, that's the moment you stop listening outward and start proving something inward, because this battle is personal. It starts with you, and it ends with you, and nobody else can fight it for you. You need a mission, not someone else's expectations, not society's definition of success, but your own. Something you wake up for, something you hold yourself accountable to every morning. Because if you don't stand for something, you will sit through everything, drifting, distracted, undisciplined. But when you decide who you are and what you're here to build, the work becomes clear, the sacrifice becomes intentional, and the pain becomes part of the plan. And yes, things will suffer, sleep will suffer, comfort will suffer, relationships may take a back seat, but that does not mean you're failing. It means you chose, and choosing in advance. What you are willing to sacrifice gives you power. Because when things slip, you don't panic, you don't quit, you say this is part of the process, this is the price, and I'm willing to pay it. Understand this. You can work for anything you want, but keeping it requires sacrifice. And sometimes that sacrifice is harder than the work itself, because life doesn't fight fair. It changes the rules, it increases the pressure, it adds variety to the struggle, and you'll find yourself saying, I didn't know it could hurt like this. But here's the secret. You do adapt. You habituate to the work. You habituate to long hours. You habituate to discipline. And once you learn how to work, the work becomes your refuge. It's everything else that becomes the challenge. And that's when you know you're evolving, because the currency has changed, and you're no longer paying with effort, you're paying with identity. This is not guesswork. This is science. Intensity creates results, consistency compounds them, and every worthwhile success is hidden behind temporary pain. So stop wanting and start becoming. Stop talking and start building. Cut the noise, cut the distractions, get out of entertainment mode and back into the mental lab. Because greatness is not reserved for the chosen, it's reserved for the persistent, the obsessed, the ones who make the decision every single day to show up again. Even when fear is present, even when comfort is tempting, even when quitting feels easier, you win up here before you ever win out there, and something has to happen, a moment where you decide this is it, where the decision carries so much energy that your body responds, where you taste the future emotionally before it exists physically, and that moment becomes unforgettable, the moment you stopped waiting and started becoming, because balance doesn't mean equal effort everywhere. Balance means choosing what matters most right now and committing fully to it, knowing you'll level everything else up later. So ask yourself this one question and answer it honestly. How bad do you want it? Because if you continue forward, that dream will be born, and you will live inside the reality you created. But if you stop, if you quit, if you throw in the towel, there is no distance far enough to ever find that dream again. And I don't want you hyped, I want you transformed. No more stress, no more excuses, no more waiting. Now is your time to stand up, to get fired up, to get sick and tired of being average, because this is your moment, this is your chapter, this is your path, and this is Daily Path to Strength.